Today we're going to read another old Beans book starring Lima Bean. Can a bad player be a good sport? Sometimes it's hard to be a good sport, isn't it? Remember, in old Bean's book, everything has something to do with a bean. So here is Beanathon. "Hey, look at that poster," said Little Bean Sprout to her friend Lima Bean. "It's time for the Beanathon." "Oh, we haven't won the Beanathon in over 100 years, sighed Lima Bean. "Our team just isn't worth beans." "Well, I think this year's going to be a whole different kettle of beans," said Little Bean Sprout. "Everyone's trying out for the team." She zipped around and around Lima Bean. "I'm a fast runner. Maybe I will be in the race. What will you do, Lima?" "Oh, I don't know," said Lima Bean. "I'm not too good at sports." "But you have to try out," cried Bean Sprout. And so Lima Bean joined the others. Jumping Bean was the team captain. He blew his whistle and called, "All right, every beanie, let's start with the 50-yard dash." All the other beans jumped up and down, yelling, "Oh, boy!" Lima Bean whispered, "Oh, no." Jumping Bean took a deep breath. "Ready, set, go!" All the beans raced forward. Jumping Bean was first. Little Bean Sprout was second. At the very end came Lima Bean, huffing and puffing. "I don't think racing is my sport," he said. "Now for the beanpole vault," yelled Jelly Bean. "Hooray!" said the other beans. "Yuck," thought Lima Bean. String Bean came in first. Jumping Bean came in second. Poor Lima Bean didn't even get off the ground. "I don't think this is my sport either," said Lima Bean. "In fact, I don't think any sport is my sport. I quit." Jumping Bean ran over to Lima Bean. "Oh, Lima, oh, Bean, don't you want to help Beantown?" "Sure," said Lima Bean. "Don't you want to be a hero?" "Sure," said Lima Bean. "So won't you help us out in the Beanathon?" "No," said Lima Bean. He got up and rubbed his behind where he fell and limped away. Lima Bean walked and walked. At last he sat down under a tree. "Why did I ever even try out for the team? I look so dumb. Now everybody knows I can't run or jump. I guess I'm just no good at sports." When the day of the Beanathon came, Lima Bean had a front row seat. He even had a little flag that said, "Go Beantown." The Beantown team marched in. Lima Bean cheered wildly. Then came the Podville team. Hup, 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 hup. They puffed as they marched into the stadium. "Who's the meanest team around?" called their captain. "We are," answered his team. "And who are we going to eat for breakfast?" "Beantown," bellowed the team. Both teams lined up for the 50-yard dash. Jumping Bean came in first. Lima Bean cheered. Then came the bean vault. String Bean jumped the highest she had ever gone. Oh, but the Podville jumper jumped even higher. Lima Bean, boo! We shouldn't boo, should we? Now the two teams were tied. It was down to the great tug of war. Whoever won that would win the Beanathon. The Beantown team took up one end of the rope. The Podville team grabbed the other end. Podville started pulling very hard. But Beantown wasn't going down without a fight. They dug in and they pulled with all their might. "Ow!" somebody yelled. "Time out," called Jumping Bean. "Given up already?" asked PDP. The Podville captain. "No, I sprained my ankle," Boston Bean said, sitting down on the ground. "What will we do now?" "You're gonna lose the game, that's what." "Ha!" laughed PDP. That's it. The end. Yay! Oh no, said Lima Bean. We're going to lose unless somebody takes Boston Bean's place. Oh, but where are we going to find somebody strong enough and big enough to pull? Lima Bean looked around him. Oh, he noticed everybody looking at him. Please help us, Lima, said Jumping Bean. We need you. Oh, I'll do it, said Lima Bean. PDP was still laughing. Ha! Go ahead. You're going to need all the help you can get. But then he looked up and he saw Lima Bean walking onto the field. Gulp, said PDP. The team squared off. Heave, hup, ho, cried the Podville team. Beantown began to reel in. No, shouted Lima Bean. He gritted his teeth. He pulled and he pulled. He pulled so hard that the whole Podville team tumbled right down. Beantown had won its first Beanathon in over 100 years. Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray for Lima Bean! Lima Bean blushed happily. He had finally found the sport he was good at. Lima Bean smiled. Being good at sports is a lot of fun, but being a good sport is the most fun of all. You know, some of us are just naturally good at sports, and some of us are not, but there's something all of us can do. But we need to just enjoy and cheer for our friends, and everybody enjoy what they're doing. You enjoy your day.